Hello everybody, Arctic Eagle here, and we are back today with another episode of Up All Night. Now, I don't know what to make of this game as of right now. It's only the second episode. So far, throughout the first episode, I was having a good time with it. I mean, it was nice. I liked it. It's weird, a little bit creepy. That Felix guy literally gives off creep vibes. Grayson right here, I mean, she seems okay. So, that's not what I wanted. Back to game. How do I bring up the how do I forgot how to bring up my, okay, well, I guess we're gonna, alright, so where we left off is she was getting ready to cut down the body. I'm trying to figure out how to bring up my text bar, but I can't figure out how to do it now. So we're just gonna let her cut it down. Ah, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna cut him down. It doesn't seem right leaving him hanging like that. She doesn't say hanging, but you know, makes it sound better. So let's go. Yeah, go ahead. She sawed the rope with her pocket knife. It took a few minutes. Took a few minutes. Yep, minutes. That's exactly what I wanted to say. It took a few minutes, but the rope finally snapped. The body unceremoniously thunked to the ground in a puff of red and white. Oh man, that sound. Oh, ew. Okay. Should we take a closer look? Someone strung them up there. They should be around here. Maybe looking will give us a clue. Yeah, maybe. Let's. Oh God, I don't want to. Let's take off the hood. I reached towards the hood and tried to pull it off. The bag crinkled with frozen water, but remained fixed in place. The noose was pulled tight around the edges of the sack. Folds of purple skin peeked out under the burlap flaps. It's too tight to remove without loosening the knot first. You don't need to do that. You said it yourself. Whoever did this may still be here. We should get as much of a record as possible to take it to the police. What if the killer moves the body or something? I handed her my phone, which was still recording video. Okay, I thought I read that wrong. I pulled at the knot and managed to get it to slide up just enough to slip the bag off the man's head. I turned to Grayson. Ready? She nodded, looking ill but determined. Focused the recording phone on the dead man's head. Do it. The bag slid off the man's head. At first I couldn't even comprehend what I was seeing. Even her face was just like, what? What? Hair? The back of his head? But I can see his chest. The body is... Ugh! I almost threw up once I realized what I was seeing. His head had been twisted completely backwards, the face pressed into the ground, obscured by the snow. His neck! Who could have done something like that? Why would someone decide to? The skin spiraled tightly. Bits of beard and spots of acne caught up in the horrible, inhuman curve. His skin couldn't ever look like that. Alright, an owl hooted overhead while I lay curled around Bree's arm. I could hear the buzzing of flies growing louder around us. Oh boy. It's strange. The owl, these bugs, their life is completely the same as it was before. A gurgling moan cut through the air. It wasn't coming from the still body in front of me. It was over in the shadows on my right. Tyler? Oh. Hang on, Tyler, I'm coming, please. I tried to stand again. My broken leg wouldn't hold me. I fell to the ground for a second time. I dragged myself over towards the noise. My vision was clear now. The blood on my forehead congealed and ropey now that it was clotting. I could see something jerking in the shadows now. The shape would spasm and jitter for a few moments, then go absolutely still. This is so... Oh no! Oh no! 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 Grayson, what's going... What happened? What are we missing? Her scream brought me back away from the horror in my head and back to the horror in front of me. Grayson, what? She was crouched over the man's twisted head. While I was staring off, she must have flipped him on his side because his face was visible now. Bro, no way. No. Oh, Daddy. Oh no, Daddy. Dad. Oh God, not. My cell phone light forgotten in the snow next to her as she shrieked. He looked surprised, like he didn't expect to die. But all those bite marks, why? No, you gotta get up. You just gotta. This has gotta be one of my dad's dreams. Daddy! I can't let her keep looking at this. I went over and crouched next to her. My mouth was dry. It was hard. My mouth was so dry it was hard to swallow. Wow. Okay, this is just ridiculous. Why can I not read? Grayson, we need to go. You shouldn't look at this. No, you really shouldn't. It's time to find the police. I picked up my phone and stopped the video that was recording. Grayson turned towards me, face streaked with tears. It isn't real, is it? It's real. I'm really here. I nodded and she swallowed. I need to go. I can't be here. I need to be alone. She stood up, looking panicked. She was looking at anything but the body in front of us. Ask her to stay. You shouldn't be alone right now. Come back to my cabin. We can wait for my mom, then go get the police. What the hell do you know about what I should be doing? She was close to hysterical, not that I could blame her. Her father's dead eyes were staring blankly toward us. I shuddered. Just trust me. You think being alone is what you want, but it isn't. My voice cracked. Please, just listen to me. Please don't make me say it. I know what I want, Nick. I know. You don't know nothing about this. She clutched her chest, and I knew exactly how her heart was breaking into pieces. We're the same now. It's the same thing I've been feeling ever since. Tell her about the accident. Mine as well. This past summer, I watched my best friends die. I whispered the words so softly they were almost lost in the breeze. Grayson still heard them, though, and she went quiet, her eyes going wide. Yeah, trust me, I know. You don't want to be alone. It's not that great. It was a car accident. It wasn't. I looked up and she stepped back at the expression on my face. The way they looked, it was wrong. Her arm was, my head was, I can't even talk right now, dude. Come on. What I'm trying to say is that after it happened, I thought I wanted to be alone, but every time I am, it's worse, Grayson. It's so much worse. You don't want to be alone. Not really. She reached out to me and grabbed my hands. Her touch was so warm and alive. Tears were falling down her cheeks. This just went downhill in a massive drop. Like, this is not just a little incline. It's a steep drop downhill. Like, this just, holy, okay. I don't know if it'll make me feel better to come with you, Nick, but I don't think it'll make me feel worse, and if I go off alone, then you're gonna be alone too, huh? Oh, no, that's not what I meant. That's what I've been seeing on your face, huh? All these times you've been looking off, you was seeing your friends. Oh man, she caught on real fast. Okay. Man, never underestimate somebody. She caught on real fast. You don't have to worry about me. I think worrying about you is just the only thing keeping me together right now. And there I go. There's the tears falling down my face. Yep, okay. She smiled. It was so full of sorrow that it burst into tears. Why am I crying? It's her dad that's dead. I've had 4 months to get over my crap. This is so embarrassing. Come on, let's go back to your cabin. I'm sure I got lots more crying to do myself once we get there. Okay, I thought somebody was walking up behind us. I heard crunching in the snow and I got a little nervous. We walked back in silence. Occasionally one of us would take a shuddering breath and we would lean into one another. One and another. Huh? Okay, well. She broke down twice, and each time I stood there and let her sob into my shoulder. Alright, see, this is how two friends look after each other. You help each other, you help each other cope, you let each other lean on one another. I better make sure we avoid that deer. Neither of us need to see any more corpses right now. And we're back at the cabin. Alright, so this has gone from weird to just straight out hectic. Like, I don't know what's going on right now. When we got back to the cabin, the lights were on. I left the TV on in the bedroom and was playing a talk show rerun. Now, of course it was. Why not, right? It's always the talk show reruns that are on at the randomest times. I'm glad I forgot to turn everything off. I don't know if I could handle it being quiet in here. I'm gonna lay down for a bit. I slept real bad last night, and now, well, is it alright if I use one of the beds? Yeah, sure. Can I leave the bedroom door open? She nodded. So long as it's alright to leave the TV on, I'm thinking it helps. Yeah, I think so too. She went weirdly over to unmade bed I'd slept in the night before and curled up in a ball, her head buried in the pillow. Just be careful not to fall asleep like that. You might not be able to breathe. I pulled out my phone and started the video app and saw the video app was still open. I closed it and pulled up a cheery looking bubble matching game. Oh, of course. Gotta play the bubble matching game. It's kinda like playing Candy Crush when you're bored. God, I hate that game. Perfect. I can just zone out and try not to think. Hours passed that way. I matched colored bubbles in the living room and looked over at Grayson every now and then. She had fallen asleep in a way that only a person consumed by grief could. It was a sleep that was both restless and deep, and like being drowned at the bottom of a black sea. The sun was setting now, and there was no sign of my mom. The road must still be closed, like news had forecast earlier. Oh great, is it Felix? I jumped at the sound and looked over at Grayson, but she was still asleep. I went over and closed the bedroom door so I wouldn't wake her. I forgot. Felix said he was coming tonight. Maybe he can help. I answered the front door and Felix was standing there. He was a little further back than he was before, probably because I'd almost run into him twice. He was holding an old videotape. Did I really only see him this morning? It feels like it's been longer. Has your mother returned? I picked something up and we might enjoy watching. Oh man, am I glad to see you. Do you know if there's a working phone anywhere? We need to call the cops. Why? Because of the dead deer down the road? I hardly see why the police need to come over. Wow. Holy crap. Trying to read in this voice is just ridiculously hard. Okay. I hardly see why the police need to be called over a thing like that. Anyway, it's a nature documentary about... What? No, there's been a murder. A man, he was... Felix cocked his head and furrowed his brow in concern. He looked in from the doorway, his eyes flickering to the room as if searching for traces of blood. Are you alright? What did you see? Never mind about that. Do you have a working phone or a way to get into town? He shrugged regretfully and said, fingers playing at the edge of the tape. No, I don't actually. The road is still closed and I'm embarrassed to admit it, but something took out the rest of the phone lines up here after yours disconnected. It's the entire system that's down right now. Man, trying to read in this voice is difficult. I'm not very good at like keeping up voices. It's very difficult for me. I've been trying to get better at it. Still a little difficult. Shit. It sounds like me. Wait, I have an idea. Maybe someone else up here has a satellite phone. We can go and check. Why the hell didn't I think of that earlier? Felix is just looking at me like, dude, we don't have anything. I guess that means our movie plans are ruined. What did the body look like? Did that bear kill him? No, I told you it was a murder. Somebody hung him naked from a tree. I felt ill just saying it. I looked over my shoulder at my phone and shivered. And I was disgusted enough to record it. Grayson's dad. I made a video of her dad swinging there in the hood. Ugh. Felix followed my gaze to my phone and seemed to realize what it meant. You took pictures? His voice was quiet and I could tell it was more of a question or an accusation. A video, actually. I recorded it. May I come in and watch it? Maybe I can assist. I really think we should try to see if someone has a satellite phone. Nick, I know you're in a panic, but think. Any one of those tenants could be your murderer. Maybe I'll be able to see something you missed. I should look at the video before we go. I don't know if I fully trust Felix at this point. I don't know. Maybe we should wake Grayson and see what she thinks. I mean, it was her dad that we found, so I mean, we should probably see what Grayson wants to do. Dude, I feel like I'm gonna be playing this game so wrong, but we're gonna show in the video. I know there's probably multiple ways we could do this. Like, it's a choice activated game. So, I mean, there's probably, like, I'm sure there's multiple, like, endings. So, we're gonna play through one way, and if, you know, we get a bad ending, we'll go back and play through a different way. And, yeah, we'll see how well that works. I don't know how this is gonna work out. I don't know what's gonna happen. So, yeah, we're probably just gonna do it that way. Yeah, alright, you should come in and see it. Felix stepped inside and sat down on the couch. He leaned forward expectantly, slender arms propped on elegant crossed legs. I pulled up the video and handed him my phone. Could you play it for me? You should probably watch it again too. Maybe you'll notice something different. Man, I feel like I switched up his voice already. Yeah, sure, I guess. I don't want to see this again. I hit play. Instead, I looked down at the carpet. Sure, maybe Felix thought I'd find something new, but he wasn't there. He didn't know what it felt like. The way his face, it's very unsettling. That is an unsettling face right there, Felix. I do not like that at all. Do you see anything new? His voice was so close it made me jump. He leaned over so his mouth was right next to my ear when he spoke. No, sorry. I forced my eyes back to the video. Dude, I feel like Felix is our murderer. I really feel like it. He is very, very creepy right now. And I don't like it. He's throwing off... I'm loosening the noose now. He's really throwing off creepy vibes. It was as if I could feel the rope in my hands again. I'm sliding the bag off his head. Oh great, now we're back here. Okay. Tyler was still gurgling and twitching. Every time I thought he was dead, he would move again, spasming and moaning. I looked down at my bloodied hands and up towards Tyler's deformed face. This was my fault. I can at least do this. A car drove above me, but as we had rolled so far down the embankment into the corpse of trees, we weren't visible on the road. I yelled anyway. Down here, help! Nothing. Again. I've been yelling on and off for the past 10 minutes. Beside me, Tyler groaned. I'm going to do it. I can't watch this anymore. Not when he's going to die before anyone comes. Lifting my shaking hands, I pinched Tyler's nose shut and placed the palm over my hand. Wow, I placed the palm over my hand. Yep, that's exactly what I did. Placed the palm over my hand. Yeah, I caught on to that as soon as I said it and as soon as I clicked on to the next. Yep, okay. Yeah, this is weird. It won't take much, but he's already gonna die. Just suffering. I'm sorry, man. I'm so fucking sorry. Nobody's gonna come and you're dying. I'm fucked up. Now this is all I can do. It's strange how he has bite marks all over his body like that. Was somebody hung him? Why? What? Bite marks? It's not like that. His head is... Nick, did you look away again? I held myself over Tyler until he stopped moving. No, I'm looking. I did this. It's my fault. Nick, are you listening? Oh, sorry, Felix. I zoned out for a second. Oh, sorry. Did you see anything? Well, I could tell you the man is Mr. Nash, the caretaker of this property. My father hired him about 3 years ago. Shame, really. I kind of just, I don't know about his voice anymore. I've kind of switched it up like 3 times already, so I don't know. He stared off at the wall, shaking his head in disbelief. He worked for you? Then Grayson... Oh, his daughter? Yes, I know her. She was one screaming on that video, wasn't she? I picked at the couch cushion, not wanting to look up. Yes, that was her. What an unfortunate way to find out a horrible thing like that. I wish there was something I could do to help. That's why we should look to see if someone has a working phone. Look, I know someone up here has to be the murderer, but I can't just sit here and wait for the road to be clear. I suppose you're right. It might end up being just as dangerous to wait as it would be to ask around. Yeah, I mean, that's a big point right there. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if Grayson wants to come. Look at his face. He's just like, what? He looks surprised. Miss Nash, Grayson is here? Why didn't you tell me? I didn't think it was important. I just watched the girl find her father's dead body, and you didn't think it was important? Unbelievable. Man, I'm just a teenager, man. Of course I'm gonna think it's unbelievable. I didn't think it was important. I don't even know anymore. I'm losing my mind. This game is just blowing my mind right now. Like I don't know. Like it's just look. I'm sorry I didn't say. Let's just forget it and go. All right. Just give me a sec. I wanted to tell Grayson I was leaving, but was still so deeply asleep, and I didn't want to wake her. She probably won't be able to sleep like that very often anymore. Not with what happened. I better not bother her. She's still asleep. Might as well let her since, well, we might not even find a phone. Don't want to get her hopes up. Very well. Shall we? Let's leave her a note. Sure. Just give me a second to leave her a note. We can go. Alright. So we're gonna leave her a note. That's a great way to find out, yeah, your new friend has gone off with somebody to try to find a phone and didn't want to wake you. Yeah. I scribbled out a quick note and left it in the middle of a small dining table in the front of the room. Went with Felix. Whoa. I didn't even get to read it. I didn't even click on it. Like, my hand's not even on my... Dude, I wanted to read that. Alright, well... I hope you guys are fast readers, because it went away and went away like that, and I didn't even get to read it. I met Felix outside, and we started to walk over to the nearest cabin, which was about half mile away. Are you enjoying your stay out here? Well, besides the body, terrible, just terrible. I swear, I still can't believe it. Well, it does look nice out here. So your dad owns this place? Really don't need to talk about the body anymore. Just have to focus on finding a way to get the police out here. Well, I own the place. Given my age, I find it easier to simply say I'm assisting my father. At times, the older guests, an 18-year-old boy is just not always respected. Yeah, he does have a point there. Young ones are never really respected, so, it's a part of why I hired Mr. Nash to assist in day-to-day management. Then he just had to go and get himself killed. We wouldn't have trouble hiring anyone new. Dude, you can't be angry about that. It's not his fault that this shit happened. The expression darkened as he spoke. It's not his fault this happened. Who knows what happened? He probably got into a fight with somebody, and then, it just took a turn for the worse. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. That's kind of cold, man. He literally just died. You're right, of course. I should be more sympathetic. I just don't want to risk my home or my business, and, well, this most certainly will. No fault on Mr. Nash's part, obviously. Just tragedy can make you think of strange things. I couldn't stop thinking about the flies landing on their bodies, so yeah, I guess he's right. Strange things. Yeah, he's got a point. Yeah, I guess. This property has been in my family for over a century. We built these cabins, you know. Do you like them? They're, very nice. For a moment he went quiet, and I thought the conversation was over. Nope. Far from over, dude. He passed away pretty unexpectedly, my birth father. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. He was not the smartest of men. Never really understood what was important. Almost lost everything we had worked for. In a way, it was lucky he died. I inherited his land, and my godfather paid off his debts, so it wasn't reclaimed by his creditors. Jeez, oversharing much? I feel like we're going into a bad spot, because this is about the time that the killer starts, telling his life story and, starting to give a little too much information. It's the same with almost every horror game or every horror movie. Okay, here we go. So, Godfather gave you this place after your dad died. Did he live here? Does he live around here too? An indiscernible look flickered across his face. Wait, he did not give it to me. This place has always been mine, and no, not anymore. Just trying to sound interested in your complicated ownership story. No need to look annoyed. Man, he's starting to get very annoyed with us. Wow. Yep. He's starting to get very annoyed with us really fast, isn't he? This is what happens when you ask too many questions. Some people get very annoyed. I'm one of those people that likes to ask too many questions and annoy the hell out of you. So, what about your parents? Do you like them? Do you? I'm literally starting to read this stuff so out of line. He looked at me intently, as if eager to know my response. Yes, I like them fine. No arguments, no misunderstandings. They haven't done anything to hurt you? What? No, I mean, sure, sometimes they're annoying, but my mistake then. What is that? What is this guy getting at? For you were listening outside my apartment? Sorry, not my apartment, my cabin? Dude, that's just creepy. I thought I heard you fighting with your mother last night. You know, before the phone cut off. I was doing my first round. Yep, the look on our face says it all. It says right there. What? You were watching me? Oh, no, not at all. You were just fairly loud. I was curious because of my own experiences. I know what resentment like that feels like. And there's another look that says it all. Well, it isn't that. She just thinks I can't handle myself. It's not the same. I see. But of course you can handle yourself. It's what you've been looking off at, right? Somebody you know died and you saw it. Yet here you are, holding yourself together, even after seeing another corpse. That seems like handling yourself to me. How to... He sounded almost impressed. How'd you know anything about that? He raised his hands up defensively. Simply that we are brothers in suffering. I told you my father died, but that was not the whole matter. He killed himself, sliced his own throat open in front of me. Perhaps he thought I was ungrateful. Oh, man. Oh, God. I could not even expect... I couldn't imagine seeing something like that. Shit. If he's 18, then that had to be only a few years ago. Oh, that's really shitty, man. I can't even... His face. His face. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this. The music changed. I don't like this. Did it change or has it been the same? I can't really tell. I've been too focused on this creepy dude right here. I don't know. I think you can. I saw it in you from the beginning, Nick, when you threw open that door. Yep. I thought, now here's a man that knows suffering. How? How could I tell? Because I know my own soul, Nick. I know it. I see it here. He reached out and made a gesture that framed his face. Framed my face, his hand hovering an inch away from my skin. I don't like this. I don't like this. Something's gonna happen. I can see it. Something is gonna happen. You look the same tonight as you did last night. Now tell me how that can be when you found a body today. Because what you saw before, it was worse. I know, because I have seen worse too. He paused to take a long look at me. It was ice cold outside, but I was sweating. Chill droplets streaked down the side of my face. Yeah, I'd be sweating too, dude. I'm oh no, never mind, I'm not sweating. Wait, yes I am. Oh man, this is getting weird. I don't like this. You were close to them? I don't like his icy blue eyes staring at me like that. That is just, oh man, that is creepy. They were my best friends. Of course I was. Why the hell am I telling him any of this? You can tell me, Nick. I know how you feel. You saw your dad kill yourself? Well, I killed my best friends. What happened? I wanted to go out with Bree, so I asked her to this graduation party, you know, and Tyler, he wanted to be my wingman, so he came along for the car ride instead of meeting me there. Wingman? Yeah, you know, a friend who helps you get a date. Oh, I see. Obviously, he's never had a wingman before, so... We went to pick her up in my car, and we were just messing around, joking and stuff. Then out of nowhere, this deer just darts into the road. Of course it's a deer. It's always a deer. That's usually how it happens. It's usually a deer that runs out in front of your car. I wasn't looking. It's my fault. I just swerved and flipped the car off the side, and the embankment, it was steep. When we crashed, nobody could see us from the road. You were there for a long time? I didn't say anything to that, instead looking off to my right. That's when I saw it. A splotch of red in the white snow. Felix, do you see that? I pointed it out to him and he furrowed his brow in thought. From the deer, perhaps? Sorry, I was trying to read in Nick's voice. From the deer, perhaps? There's no way, it's too far away. I walked towards the mark, heart hammering in my chest. Please don't be anything. Please, please. The snow has splotches all across it. I turned my phone's flashlight to get a better view in the twilight. Prints. Like they were by the deer. Felix stepped next to me, taking a protective stance as he surveyed the marks in front of us and glanced up at the sky. The bear? Are those marks fresh? I looked more closely at them. Some of them were half filled with fallen snow and the blood had frozen and crystallized. Sorry, I read that wrong. I could have pulled an entire frozen hunk out of the ground if I wanted to. I think they're from last night, which means this blood is too. At least that means we're safe for now. Wait, is that another one? Oh, is there a trail? I don't like this at all. I looked over to where he was pointing. He was right. There was another bloody mark there, and the prints were prowling right towards it. This must be where Grayson's dad was attacked. At least I hope it was. I'm not so sure, Nick. There's also a third one, and the prints, they aren't moving towards the cabin. Not off into the woods. Now that we reached the second mark, I could see the third one along the roof of another cabin over a snowdrift. He's right. Whatever caused these prints is walking towards the cabin and away from the woods. Ooh, I don't like that. That's creepy. Felix kneeled down near the closest mark. He picked at something and showed it to me. A shattered piece of bone covered in bite marks. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. Is this a werewolf game? Is there gonna be a werewolf? Dude, I would love that. I love werewolves. I hope that I feel like he's gonna be a werewolf. Why? I just feel like it. It's either him or Grayson. I don't know. I don't know. It's great. I don't know if it's Grayson. No. It could be. It'd be one hell of a surprise. One hell of a. Yeah. That. All right. The more I look at this, the more I think those prints. Nick, does that look like a bear to you? No, it's probably a wolf. I wouldn't call myself a bear expert. He sighed and turned back towards the cabin. Well, never mind. I suspect we find more of an answer there. He gestured toward the building and I felt a shiver run down my spine. The prints and the bloody marks, it's all going that way. We could just go back, you know. Oh no. I don't think there's any going back now. No, there's really not. Once you're this far in, you can't turn back. Because then you'll feel guilty for turning back, and curiosity will get a hold of you, and you know what to say. Curiosity killed the cat. All right. Besides, I have to check on my guest. If something has happened, well, I would have to be the one to report it, wouldn't I? True, it is his land. He does own it. He didn't wait for my answer, just stood up and walked around the snowdrift that was blocking the cabin from view. Crap, I can't just leave him. Ugh. I walked off to the cabin to look around. There was an SUV covered in a mound of snow parked in front of the building, and when I got there, Felix was surveying the door from about 5 feet back. Go to the cabin door. The door was hanging open, hinges creaking softly with every gust of wind. Felix was eyeing it, looking concerned. You don't have to. He pushed on the door hard enough to send it flying open. The already battered top hinge gave away, and the door moaned as it thudded to a lopsided halt against the wall. Ah! I gagged as a deeply unpleasant metallic tang filled my nose and mouth. Oh god, that's never good. That is not good. I know this smell. That is definitely not a good smell. It had to have been at least 6 hours since the crash, and the sun started to rise. Tyler and Bree lay on either side of me, and every minute of growing daylight was a new torture. Help! I wasn't shouting anymore, just whispering their words every time I thought I heard somebody drive by above the road. I tried to climb up the embankment a few hours ago, but I couldn't stand on my leg, and I could feel the bone grinding whenever I tried. It was hugely swollen now and pulsed unpleasantly every time I took a breath. constricting by my genes. If I'm here much longer, I think there might be a utility knife in my glove compartment. Oh God, no! I'd have to climb over Bree to get it. She lay motionless against the overturned car, her body half crushed under the hood. They both had gone rigid, and I could smell something more foul starting to waft from their bodies. Oh God! What? Am I hearing those? I turned my head towards the road and saw a man standing there with a bike. Hang in there! I'll get help! Sure, help. I'll just stay down here for what? Another hour for the rest of my life? My hands were brown and crusty with dried gore. I stared down at them and said nothing. Felix pulled out a handkerchief and pressed it up against his nose and mouth, so as not to breathe in the rancid air. Alright, so I'm actually going to end this video here. This game is just way too weird right now. Wow. I had a little, whatever. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video and are ready for some more Up All Night, which I feel like we're getting closer to an ending, but I don't know, this game seems pretty long. It's pretty weird. I mean, it's a cool game. I actually enjoy playing it. It's just super weird, you know? And Felix over here gives me a very weird vibe. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed, then like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to get notified every time a new video goes up on the channel. And also, don't forget to check out the videos in the outro. That's all to say. So as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.